When I was in the 5th grade, my dad bought me a Tandy 1000, told me I could have any game as long as I programmed it myself. And so I'd come home from school and I would go through the programming book, and we went back and forth teaching each other how to program. When I was a senior in high school, my dad went to work for an insurance agency.
I had an agency in Portland, and I was in need of another customer service agent. Paul came in and I liked him immediately. He had a vision for things that could be done at our office that never had crossed my mind. He understood what automation could do for our agency.
That's back in the day when all of the insurance applications were handwritten. A lot of times the handwriting was so bad they couldn't read the handwriting. And so he's like, we should be able to automate that. So we started building software for his agency.
Jason and I were getting married, and we were trying to figure out where we were going to live, what jobs we were going to have. And my dad came up with this idea of starting the business that him and Sean had already talked about. So he approached us and said, hey, why don't you guys come and live with us?
Heather and I got married, and 3 days later we were starting HawkSoft in that apartment. Heather and I were in one room, Paul and Carol were in the other room.
Jason had the shortest commute in history, and he would basically take 2 steps out of bed and start programming.
I brought my own PC with me to work on, and we were just building forms as fast as we could for customers. We wouldn't have for about another month and a half, 2 months. October of '95 is when we had our first customer.
For our first check got divided 5 ways. It was like $12, $13, something like that. And we were so excited that we got some money finally off of this.
He created a product in conjunction with his family that met a need and was able to adapt himself and his business to meet the needs of a growing company.
I'm still amazed by what he did going out to customers to sell a product that they didn't even know they needed.
My father, growing up, was an extreme introvert. He did not like being around people. The idea of standing in front of a group of people and sharing anything was completely foreign. Now he's more of an extrovert. He loves being in front of people. He loves talking to people, loves sharing with people.
As we started to grow, and then to be able to actually build our own building, it was amazing.
Going to my first HUG conference, I was absolutely in awe at seeing all these customers, and they were so excited about our software. That really showed me what we had actually accomplished.
Most people, when they achieve even a minor degree of success, they tend to forget the things that got them to that success. It tends to become inward facing. And what's fascinating to me about Paul, and what I respect a lot about him, is he's never forgotten what's got him here. And he always says it's the people. And even for someone who's achieved that level of success, he says it repeatedly. And I really respect that.
To us as employees, as his family at HawkSoft, we're not just a number. Every day he's making the rounds, visiting with anybody and everybody, and stopping by, talking with people, asking how they're doing, encouraging them, and that means the world to us as individuals.
I think he likes to make sure everything's fair to everyone all the time, and he stays true to that more than anybody I've ever seen.
Paul's interest in doing right and doing well by his customers always carried over to the folks who he worked with and who worked for him.
He's a great father and grandpa, and he's also an amazing husband. He's always supported me. No matter what I wanted to do, he was behind me.
I'm extremely proud. Looking back, and the well driller with his dirty hands, and now just this professional guy, and everybody knows him.
Paul is a man of integrity, and he's like a kid in a candy store when he comes up with this great idea. After all these years, he still gets fired up and excited about something new we're going to add to the program, because he knows the agencies are going to love this new thing. He loves doing what he does.